Hey you all, and welcome back to another video. Before we get started, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share this video if you haven't already. Also, if you'd like to purchase some shirts, the DLC store link is always in the description down below. Okay, so here we go. Disney Princess Cinderella, a tiny new friend. It had been a week since Cinderella's stepmother had forced her to move out of her bedroom and into the attic of the old house. But Cinderella was still not used to her new sleeping quarters. The only other soul around to keep Cinderella company was a skittish little mouse, who she had been scurrying in and out of a hole in the corner. One day at supper time, Cinderella slipped a piece of cheese into her apron pocket. That evening, when her work was finished, Cinderella hurried up to her room and pulled out her sewing basket. She used some scraps of fabric to make a mouse-sized suit of clothing, a red shirt and a cap, a tiny orange coat, and 2 brown slippers. Cinderella carried the clothes over to the mouse hole and knelt before it. She pulled the cheese out of her pocket and placed it with the clothes in the palm of her hand. Then she laid her open hand just in front of the mouse hole. "Hello in there," she called. The mouse cautiously poked his head out of the hole and sniffed the air. Seeing the cheese, he inched out of the hole and over to Cinderella's hand. He paused and looked up at her. "Go ahead," she said kindly. "They're a gift just for you." The mouse scampered onto her palm, picked up the cheese and the clothes, and hurried back into the mouse hole. Cinderella waited patiently for a few minutes, still kneeling in front of the hole. "Well," she called after a short while, "let me see how they look on you." Timidly, the mouse came out in his new outfit. Cinderella clasped her hands. "Perfect," she said. "Do you like them?" The mouse nodded. Then he jumped as if an idea had just occurred to him and scurried back into the mouse hole. Cinderella frowned. Had she frightened him? But her words vanished when the mouse reappeared, along with several other mice, who followed timidly behind him. "More friends," Cinderella cried. She hurried to get her sewing basket, delighted to have found the warmth of friendship in the cold attic room. The end.